Hi, I'm Kevin with Creative Digital Media, and in this video, we're going to take a look at Plumber SEO, or Search Engine Optimization for Plumbers. I'm making this video to accompany a in-depth blog post that I wrote on the subject of Plumber SEO, which you can see right here on my screen, and basically I'm going to cover the first part of the blog post up to local SEO. So I'll go over why you need Plumber SEO or SEO as a plumber, and then we'll take a look at some Plumber SEO Keyword Strategy, and I'll explain what types of keywords you should be targeting and why, and how those keywords fulfill the search intent. So it's essentially the why behind a search query. Then we are going to look at a few tools that are, one's free and one is freemium, meaning they allow you to use it a little bit and then you can pay not that much. It's like $50 a month to use a premium version of the tool. Then we're gonna jump in and take a look at a few different plumbing websites that, in my opinion, are very well done as far as their user experience. So they deliver a positive user experience, and they also are designed to convert visitors into leads or customers. And after that, we're going to look at measuring your website speed using a few different tools. And lastly, we're going to look at mobile friendliness, and I'll show you how you can test your website's mobile friendliness. Let's move on to the first part, why you need Plumber SEO. Why do you need search engine optimization as a plumber? Well, plumbing is an insanely competitive field. As if you're a plumber, I'm sure you know, my brother's a plumber and I am fully aware of how much competition there is. And if you have a website, which you should as any business in my opinion, but especially as a plumber, without a physical location, there's nothing for your customers to interact with to get a sense of your brand. So by having a website that, especially with a service area business like a plumber or even a roofer or any type of contractor, your website is your home online, and it represents your brand, and it needs to be set up and designed in such a way that it accurately reflects what your brand is all about. Search engine optimization is the process of optimizing your website and your presence overall online so that you can show up when customers are searching using Google. And everyone turns to search engines when they have a problem. And by search engines, I mean Google and occasionally YouTube, but mostly Google. And Google actually owns YouTube. 90% of people searching online use Google and YouTube. I think it's 90.8 is the exact number. But that's where your customers are. So obviously you want your website to show up when they're searching for plumbers or plumbing services, or for more information about plumbers or plumbing services. So that's what search engine optimization will do, is it will get your website in front of the most relevant and qualified prospective customers. In order to implement an SEO strategy for your plumbing website, first thing you need to do is identify the keywords that people are typing into the search engines to find plumbers. Right now, we'll jump over to the best keyword research tool there is that's completely free and very easy to use. I bet you can't guess what it is. It's Google. Holy shit. I have a query already typed in here, plumbing Flagstaff, which is up north, and I'm in Arizona. So as you can see, Google automatically suggests keywords. So these are words that people are already searching, or they're already typing into Google when they're searching for plumbing in Flagstaff. To take advantage of or to leverage this feature manually, you can do something like this. You just basically enter the first letter, or just one letter after, say you want to go after the keyword plumbing, but just going after plumbing isn't a viable option because that keyword's going to be so competitive. You're never going to rank on the first page of Google for that keyword, because there's websites out there that are so established with that keyword that there's no way you'll be able to rank for it. But finding longer tail keywords, which are essentially just more than, say, three to five words and up, would be long tail keywords. And the longer the keyword, typically, the lower the search volume, which you may think is a bad thing, but it's not. Because if I'm searching on Google and I type in just the word plumbing, the intent behind that search, so the search intent, is very likely just informational. Without getting too in-depth into search intent, it is important to have a general understanding of it, because it will enable you to better fulfill that search intent. You'll be able to better identify keywords that your ideal customers are typing into search engines. So the 4 types of search intent are informational, navigational, transactional, and commercial. Those last 2, transactional and commercial, are often grouped together because they're essentially the same thing. Somebody with commercial intent is in the very final stages before making a purchase. The transactional intent is someone that is ready to pull the trigger right now, as long as they are satisfied with whatever provider they've found. So the word plumbing is a keyword with an informational intent. There's no specificity to it. So searching plumbing, I'm not indicating whether I'm looking for anything in particular, just general information about plumbing. Maybe I'm looking for a plumbing school or plumbing night classes or anything. And the more specific a keyword gets, the closer it typically is to a transactional or commercial intent. So the more specific somebody is in their searches, the more likely they are to be closer to making a purchase or purchase decision. So plumbing, as I've established or we've established, is an informational search intent keyword. But if I was to search, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, even though this is only 3 words, it still has a lot more transactional or commercial intent behind it, because somebody searching for plumbing services Phoenix is narrowing their search to a more specific geographic area and a more specific end game or end goal in mind. They're trying to find out about plumbing services in Phoenix. So that's how you can use the auto suggest feature to identify keywords with Google. Basically what you do is type in your head keyword being like your primary keyword, and then you use modifiers and additional keywords to lengthen it. So we have our head keyword, and then you can use individual letters to try to find additional keywords. And you can see every time I change the letter, the auto suggest changes. See, this is about schools. Plumbing emergency, you can see this is the search volume right here, and these numbers are provided by a Chrome plugin called Keywords Everywhere. That's what all of these are. But by doing this, you can see what types of keywords starting with the letter E may be viable to go after. And this is a manual way to find keywords, but it is effective. And down here, you can find even more keywords, and it seems these are all marketing companies. Changing or making a more long tail search should narrow it. I think the related searches was all marketing agencies, because so many agencies try to go after plumbers because there's so much competition that they need help getting to the top of the search result. As you can see, like the paid ads. So plumbing services Phoenix, Arizona, this is clearly a very profitable keyword. Otherwise, these people would not be paying to be at the top of Google. And you can see that the volume for this is 0. So it doesn't get searched a lot. That doesn't mean that no one ever searches for it. It just means that the volume is too low for an accurate number to be given. So if you see ads at the top of the search results, these are LSA ads, and then these are pay-per-click ads, then there's some value behind the keyword. Because why would you pay to be there if no one's searching it? So down at the bottom, you can see the searches related to, and these are obviously a lot more relevant, better keywords to go after. This is a keyword that would have a more transactional or commercial intent because it's a specific service keyword. So drain cleaning Phoenix is, I'm trying to find a specific plumbing service that's in a specified geographic location. If I want to repair a water heater or get a water heater replaced in Phoenix, and you can see just by typing in the RE, it's suggesting more than just repair or replacement. Recycling, these are words that I never would have thought of off the top of my head, but like water heater recycling, obviously that's important to people that are environmentally friendly. So knowing that your business or your plumbing company recycles their water heaters in a certain way, and that may be something that every plumber does, but does every plumber inform potential customers about it? So you could write a blog post about water heater recycling in Phoenix, or why we recycle our water heaters in Phoenix, and a short blog post or a video explaining why you recycle water heaters and the benefits of it for the environment. That would obviously appeal to prospective customers that are focused on finding a company that shares their values. And at the bottom again, some more searches related too. So when someone's focusing on, or when someone is searching a specific service keyword, that's a lot more of a transactional or commercial intent. And you shouldn't only go after transactional or commercial intent keywords. You also want to target informational intent, because by providing information or educating your prospective customers, you're establishing and building trust that isn't built overnight. It's not something that just boom happens and all of a sudden someone is in love with your brand. That has to be established over a period of time. So by providing valuable, helpful content to prospective or potential customers, when they do need plumbing services, you're top of mind and you're the first place they're going to turn, because you've been providing them with all of this information and educational or informative content and not asking anything in return. It's the law of reciprocity. Robert Cialdini's book, Persuasion, I forget what the exact name of it is, but people feel a need to reciprocate. So by you just providing entertaining or educational or informative content to users, when they eventually do need plumbing services, they'll feel the need to reciprocate that giving or that information that you've provided for free, essentially. And another type of keyword you can target is like your industry vertical. So if you only do residential or you only do commercial, you want to target keywords around those industry verticals. And there's obviously keywords that are specific to commercial and residential plumbing. So if you only focus on one, finding keywords around that industry vertical is important. So that's how you can use Google to find some keywords. You're not going to make a huge list with it, but it's essentially getting it from, I forget the saying, but like from the cat's mouth or whatever. So you're getting it from the most trusted source on how to rank on Google is Google. The first tool, it's completely free and it provides a lot of really great information. This is the search term plumbing services. It's Uber Suggest. It's by Neil Patel, and it provides plenty of different keyword ideas, and it tells you the volume. So how many times is it being searched every month? How much are people willing to pay for ads, like the ads I showed you at the top of Google? For plumbing services, the cost per click for one of those ads. So if I go to Google right now and click on one of those ads for this keyword, it'll cost around $33 to that plumbing company just for one click. That's why SEO is so powerful, because with those ads, you have to pay for every single person that clicks on that ad. But with SEO, you're organically ranking at the top of Google, and the organic results already receive like 75% of the clicks. The ads only receive a small number of clicks because people know that they're paid, so they would rather click on the organic search result. So by investing in SEO and ranking at the top of Google, you're saving yourself $33 per click. So that is uber suggest. I'll leave a link in the description of the video, and if you're in the blog post, there is a link in the blog post. And next up is, I actually just started using this, but it's pretty good so far. They just added competitor keyword research. It's KW Finder or Keyword Finder. It's from a company, the company name is Mongols, but they have some pretty good SEO tools. Their keyword finder is really easy to use, and you can use this keyword research tool. I think you get like 5 searches a day for free, or you can pay, and it is, if you pay for the year, it's it's $29 a month, but you have to pay for the full year. Or you can pay monthly, and it's $49 a month. But it is very easy to find good keywords, and you can find related to, this is the autocomplete that I was essentially showing you, where you type in your head keyword and then just the first letter, or just one letter, and then Google will make suggestions based on that letter. And you can repeat that, or you could use something like this where it automates the process for you essentially, and it will find those autocomplete keywords automatically, essentially doing the same thing. They rate their keywords with a metric known as keyword difficulty, and it's basically an easy way to identify keywords that will be easier to rank for. So depending on how authoritative your website is, certain keywords are not feasible to rank for. The lower the number, the easier the keyword is to rank for. So a 16 wouldn't be that difficult, but a keyword with a difficulty of 54, like plumber, would be basically impossible, because these are the websites that are ranking. Wikipedia, you're not going to outrank Wikipedia for plumber. Angie's List, Thumbtack, like these are all directories that probably have thousands and thousands of plumbing websites listed in them, not to mention thousands of links pointing to them from relevant website. Going for keywords that are lower competition, especially if you have a newer plumbing website, is going to enable you to rank a lot quicker. Moving on to some examples of plumbing websites that are well designed and offer a good user experience. This is the Router Hero plumbing website, and it's a very well designed website. The one thing I wanted to point out is this phone number in the upper right is a button. I could click on it now. I'm not going to call on my desktop computer, but for people that are on their cell phones, with the tap of their thumb, they can call that business without any effort whatsoever. So including your phone number in your header or somewhere above the fold on your website, in my opinion, is essential for this type of business. They also have a prominent contact form above the fold, so they make it very easy for people to get in touch with them. And they have a chat bot or a chat app or whatever, but they have a chat feature on their website. So they provide 3 options right here to contact above the fold. Above the fold meaning basically everything that you can see on my screen is above the fold being what you have to scroll to see. So this is below the fold. Essentially this line is the fold on this website. This is another website, another plumber in the Phoenix area, and they also make it really easy. The only thing they don't have is this is not clickable. I'm hovering over it, but nothing is showing up down here in the bottom left. As you can see, like this is a clickable, actually this isn't even a clickable phone number. This is just a link to their contact page. They should have a clickable phone number so that somebody on their phone can just tap it and it automatically brings them to their phone app and they can call. But they still do have 2 calls to action above the fold. Only thing they are doing wrong essentially is this is not a clickable number. And they also have a chat app or chat bot. This is another plumber in Phoenix that has a very well designed website. They also have a chat app. And I really like the the penguin theme that they have. Obviously their name is Penguin Air, but they've incorporated it and really like embraced that brand. And this chat app is a lot more user friendly visually than the other ones where it's just like a chat box, but this really stands out down on the bottom left. And I would assume that this would garner a lot more engagement from people visiting their website than if it was just a generic chat app. See, their phone number is clickable. So I'm hovering over their phone number. If you look in the bottom left of the screen, you can see the TEL : and then the phone number is how you add a clickable phone number to a website. So it'll make that phone number clickable with the clickable button or the tap of your thumb for users that are on their phone. And this is something I highly recommend doing and is very helpful for SEO because Google owns YouTube. So they have a YouTube video embedded on their homepage. They have a second video down here where they basically introduce users to the team and their employees. People are kind of lazy, so adding video and basically making it so that people don't have to read as much enhances the user experience of your website, and it will keep people on your page longer, which impacts your rankings. It's known as the dwell time. So the longer you can keep people on a page, the better it is from the search engine's perspective. This is the last website, plumbing website we're going to look at. It's another well-designed website. They have a contact form on their gallery page, and displaying projects that they've completed provides proof of the quality of their work. So displaying the work that your plumbing company has done is important for building trust with prospective customers. I think this is something every plumbing company should have, any contractor really. Moving on, we're going to test the speed of, I'm going to test my website, but this is GT Metrics, and it will test your website's speed, and it will tell you where and why your website is loading slowly if it is. So it seems fitting that I test the blog post that this video is going to accompany or going to be embedded in. And this is Google's Page Speed Insights, which I had already ran the test earlier, but I'll go back just to show you. It's pretty self-explanatory. They don't leave too many options on the screen. You literally just enter the URL of the page you want to test. We'll again test Plumber SEO, and there's links to both of these in the blog post. I'll leave links in the YouTube video as well. So on GT Metrics, I scored an 83, and as you can see down here, it's telling me basically what I need to do to improve the speed of that page. That's strange. I think it's because I'm running the screen recorder, but I just had on my screen before I reran the test, I got a 91, and now I'm getting an 87. So the results are not going to be consistent across different tools or even within the same tool, but they tell you what you need to do to improve the speed. So don't always worry too much about what this number is. Just pay attention to what you can do to improve it and test out your website on different devices. The last thing we're going to test is the mobile friendliness. Mobile friendliness is essential because most people, especially when they're looking for a local business, will use their phones to look up that business. So you absolutely have to have a mobile friendly website. Not to mention the fact that Google implemented mobile first indexing. So as you can see, my page is mobile friendly. This is not how my page looks on mobile. This is just where Google captured the screenshot for that page. They captured it while the menu was open because they test the menu. Because if your menu doesn't work, then that's not mobile friendly. So my page is mobile friendly. That's good news. Well, that's it for this video on Plumber SEO or search engine optimization for plumbers. Hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you have any questions or would like more information about any particular aspect of Plumber SEO, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video or got any value out of it. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.